Eleanor Roosevelt, Redefining the Role of First Lady by Molly Clay. Eleanor Roosevelt is known as one of the best First Ladies of all time. She was born on October 11, 1884, into a wealthy family. Even though money was not a problem in the household, Eleanor did not have an easy childhood. Both Eleanor's mother and father died when she was very young. After her parents died, she went to live with her grandmother, who taught her social standards and tried to marry her off at a very young age. Eleanor was sent to boarding school at age 14. There, her headmistress focused on women's rights and not conforming to the housewife standards of society. The complete opposite message her grandmother was trying to send her. Eleanor got married to her distant cousin, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and they had 6 children. She kept the normal role as housewife, doing the cooking, cleaning, and looking after the children, but also worked at the Red Cross during World War I. She spent most of her time there, visiting wounded veterans. When Eleanor's husband became president, she did not take the role of First Lady lightly. She made the First Lady into a job. She believed she had a duty to America. So 2 days after her husband's inauguration, she held a press conference herself, stating her own agenda as First Lady. Her agenda included lowering the White House budget by 25%, simplifying the social calendar, and being her husband's eyes and ears. Eleanor was nothing like the First Ladies that preceded her. Instead of focusing on being glamorous in the public eye, she focused on making sure everyone in America had someone to turn to for help. Eleanor was loved by the American population because she cared so much about the less fortunate. Eleanor often visited food banks to help feed the hungry and homeless in America. Every day she would get letters from citizens, telling her about their hard times. Sometimes she would personally respond, and other times she would send letters to the organization that could assist the person. Eleanor was an activist for women's rights. She showed the female population they were more than just housewives. She organized a meeting and discussed the role of women in political elections. Once every week, Eleanor would invite female reporters into the White House to conference with her for the newspaper. She also began writing her own column in the newspaper, called My Day. Eleanor was also a vocal activist for African American civil rights. She played a role in getting African Americans the right they deserved. For example, when singer Marian Anderson was denied the use of Washington's Constitutional Hall, Eleanor helped to organize the concert of the Lincoln Memorial. Eleanor also appointed Mary McLeod Bethune as head of the Division of Negro Affairs. Eleanor was not someone who did things by the book. When the Queen came to visit, instead of having an elegant dinner, she organized a picnic on the White House green, complete with hot dogs and games. She didn't take being the first family as a type of fame, rather as a duty to her country. When FDR became so ill with polio, Eleanor took over the duty of traveling to other countries for meetings and conferences. She became the First Lady to the entire world. The world had such a respect for Eleanor and all that she did in America and in other countries, that after her husband's death, Eleanor was named head of the United Nations Human Rights Commission. The world mourned the loss of an amazing woman when she died of tuberculosis in 1962. However, she will always be remembered by her historical impact on the world and her famous words, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent."